this bill to the House.
Thank you. I call Stuart Smith.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. It's a great pleasure to speak on the Electronic Interactions Reform Bill. There's been a lot talked about the security aspects of this bill and also the access to the internet and good connections, and certainly from a large rural-based electorate, that is certainly a great concern of many of my constituents, to have fast and affordable, because often they have to access it via satellite, which is quite a lot more expensive. But I want to touch on the security and also on the aspect of it not always working out. And last year, I travelled through the United States to a conference, and one of my colleagues that was travelling with me ended up in a small room with some undesirable people while they were sorting out his access into the country. And it turned out, Mr Speaker, that when the digital photograph which is taken when you enter the country was matched against his passport, it didn't match. And what had happened a couple of months earlier, he had travelled through with his family who had all gone up to the desk at the same time, and someone manually had transposed the wrong photo over onto his passport. So it wasn't physically on the passport, was digitally on the passport, and he ended up in some rather undesirable company until they got that sorted out. So there are some issues with it. It can actually be sorted in the long run, but that's what happens. I think it's a fantastic bill, and it's great to see the government picking this up, and I commend it to the House. Thank you.
Well done. Good speech.
Mr Speaker.
I call Paul Eagle.
Thank you, Mr Speaker.